Hey y'all, good to see you again. We are finally back with round two of Chair Yoga with Marcus. I feel like I haven't been here with you all in a while on the chair, so we'll get right into it. We won't waste too much time today. You will want your chair set up. Remember, grabbing stoppers for or a chair with stoppers is going to be helpful, or placing your chair on top of a yoga mat so that it won't slide when you're moving. The other thing you might want to have with you today, and I recommend, is a yoga block. If you don't have a yoga block, you can grab a pretty thick book. A hardcover book will be just as helpful or as useful. And you're just going to have that sitting over to the side for now so that it's within arm's reach. Like I said, we're going to jump right in. So let's start with our breathing today. As we spoke about last time, the energy of our breath is going to inform all of our movement. So as we tap into our breath, take this part with you throughout the entire practice. Find a tall seat on your chair. Maybe you sit up away from the back of it a little bit so that you're sitting up tall. Press down through your sit bones. Rest your palms in your lap, maybe facing down if you feel like you need to feel more grounded and you want to sit in that grounding space, or turn your palms up to feel more receptive and receiving. Take a deep breath in and out through your nose. And then take one more a little bit deeper. We're going to move into a guided rhythm for our breathing today. The guided rhythm, similar to last class, up to 4 and down from 4. At any point that the breathing becomes uncomfortable, just release it, relax for a minute. Allow yourself to breathe naturally, and you are welcome to rejoin when it makes sense. Start with an inhale, filling your lungs all the way up. And exhale completely so that we're all together on the count. Beginning the first round. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax your face and jaw. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Relax your tongue, relax your eyes. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your shoulders rest away from your ears. Inhale, final round. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gentle pause at the top. Hold the breath comfortably. And exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. Take a few natural breaths. Feel that expansiveness in your lungs that you've just welcomed with a deeper breath, and find a balance between that expansive breath and your natural breath that you can sustain through practice. Something that is a little longer than your average natural breath, but again, sustainable, so reasonable. Maybe not the deepest breath you could take all day. Gently open the eyes. Good to see you. Sit up nice and tall. Continue to breathe through your nose and inhale to lift your arms up alongside your ears. Exhale, twist to your right. Lower your left hand to your right knee and your right hand to the back of your chair. Now you can hold the back of your chair with your right hand. Try not to pull on it as you inhale and lift up through your spine, growing long. And then as you exhale, twist and look over your right shoulder, looking over the back of your chair. Inhale and lift your right arm to your right ear. Exhale, cross your right arm over your left and round your spine this time. As you round, wrap your hands around your back to your shoulder blades, giving yourself like a big hug. Inhale, squeeze your elbows on top of one another and lift them up. Exhale, squeeze both elbows into your belly as you round your spine. Inhale, unwind, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, twist to the left, Lower your right hand to your left knee, and your left hand comes behind you to your chair. Inhale to grow longer, lifting. And exhale, twisting a little deeper. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale, lift your left arm up to your left ear. Exhale, cross your left arm over your right. Round forward, wrap the arms around your back to your shoulder blades. Inhale, lift the elbows, squeezing them together. Exhale, round your spine, pull the elbows into your belly, draw your chin to your chest. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Big lift up to the ears. And once again, exhale, twist to your right. Left hand to the right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, grow long through your spine. Exhale, twist and look over your right shoulder. Inhale, lift your right arm. Exhale, cross your right arm over your left. Round and wrap the arms behind your back. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, squeeze it all in. Empty your lungs, draw your chin to your chest. Inhale, unravel the arms, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, twist to the left, right hand to your left knee. Inhale, lift your left up, lift up through your spine. Exhale, twist to the left, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, sweep your left arm up. Exhale, cross it over your right and round to wrap. Inhale, squeeze the elbows together, lift them up. Notice my elbows are right on top of one another. Exhale, round your spine, squeeze your elbows into your belly. Inhale, unwind, unravel your arms, shake it all up for a second. We're gonna do that one more time for round 3. Grab your block, place it between your thighs. I'd say low or medium setting. So just for reference, low setting is the skinniest setting of the block, medium, second thickest, wide, thickest. So I'd say low, meaning the skinny setting, or medium. I like medium personally because it allows whatever's going to get your knees closest to being lined up with your hips is probably going to feel the best. Now, as you squeeze your block while we do this, it will additionally engage, obviously, the legs to support you sitting up even taller. You might find that you get more sensation here. Like I find that I feel every movement a little bit more. We're also going to add a couple movements, and there will be some variations for you to try. If your shoulders are feeling warm and good, and the spine is like, yeah, we're moving. Let's try some new stuff. So here we go. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Let's switch it up. Exhale, twist to the left this time. Inhale, lift your left arm alongside your left ear. Exhale, cross your left arm over your right. Now here's the option for the change. Instead of hands to the back, wrap and lift, you can bend the elbows, backs of the hands together for eagle arms. We might have tried this last time. Backs of the hands together, elbows stay stacked, or you even wrap to your palms. This is real juicy. On an inhale, elbows lift, chest lifts, same movement. Exhale, elbows squeeze into the belly as you draw your chin to your chest. Inhale to unravel your arms, sweep them out and up. One added movement this time. As you exhale, place your left hand on the chair, reach your right arm over to the left and side bend to your left. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, twist to your right. Right hand down behind you, left hand to your right knee. Inhale, lift your right arm to your right ear. Exhale, cross your right arm over your left, and here we are on the other side. Option to bend the elbows, backs of the hands, or go to your wrap where you've been before. Wherever you find yourself on this side, squeeze the elbows together. Inhale, lift your elbows. Exhale, squeeze your elbows into your belly, empty your lungs. Inhale to unravel your arms. Take a big sweep of your arms out and up. Reach to the ceiling. And with a big shrug of your shoulders on an inhale, use your exhale to just let it go with gravity. Okay. Shake that out. Grab your block. Hold it between your hands for a moment. We're gonna do a little bit more shoulder work with the block. Oh no! Before we do that though, we should even out our side stretch. Place your right hand to the right side of your chair. Lift your left arm up alongside your ear and side bend to the right. Inhale to reach up, coming up through center. Okay, now grab your block. I know we're getting spicy right away, and we're doing that just because I feel like the first chair yoga session, it was out for like a good month, and if you've been doing it consistently, you've probably gotten stronger and more mobile. These are comfortable movements for you, so you have the ability to move a little faster, and we're gonna push ourselves a little bit beyond our comfort zone today. So to do that, grab your block or book, put it between your elbows, wide setting. So this is where if you have a book, you want your book to be like the long way, and you're just trying to hold it there. You don't have to squeeze crazy hard. You're just trying to hold it up midair. Once you get your block here, turn your palms forward. That makes things a little more interesting. And then bend your elbows and lift them higher. Most of us feel some sort of effort here. If you want more, try to separate your hands without dropping your block like I almost did. So if that happens, you might need to readjust. When you turn the palms forward, really squeeze the elbows into your block as you try to separate your hands. Oh, that's so much work. And now lift your block high and breathe. For 3. Breathe for 2. Squeeze the block, pull your ribs and belly and away from it, lift it a little higher. And exhale, let it go. Ooh, that is work. Place that block to the side for a moment. Shake out your shoulders and arms. Ooh. Let your arms just kind of swing. You can even swing left or right a little bit. That's comfortable and makes sense. All right. That shoulder engagement can be intense, but now we might find that it helps the shoulders feel a good stretch here in a moment. So similar setup, no block. Get your elbows to come together as close as possible. Turn your palms forward. And now eventually your elbows will separate and your wrists will come together, but I want you to try to squeeze your elbows together and separate your wrists. That gets really hard. From here, start to lift your elbows and just keep on lifting your elbows. Let them come in front of your chin, your nose, your eyes, your face, and eventually straighten your arms to the ceiling. Big shrug of your shoulders up to the ceiling. Turn your palms forward. As you exhale, squeeze your elbows back behind you like you want your shoulder blades to squeeze together and your elbows to meet behind your back. Relax your arms. Roll all the way down into a forward fold, just getting a nice counter stretch. We did some back bending there quite a bit. Let yourself roll forward. You can even let your head be heavy if that feels good, or make a little pillow with your forearms to rest your forehead on. Take a deep breath in your nose. Open your mouth, let it go. And you're welcome to take that a couple more times. Maybe it helps you walk your way closer to the floor. And as you do get close to the floor, make sure you're comfortable. So you go to where you feel comfortable. If this is comfortable to you, then you can come here. Wherever you are though, take your time in the next few breaths. Walk your way back up to a comfortable seat. Oh, good warm up, right? All right. Let's add on to some other body parts. So for this part, I'll move back just to make sure you can see everything. You want to sit forward on your chair so that you're kind of on the edge, but not like you're about to slip off the edge, but your sit bones are on like that flat part where you can sit up really tall, just like we did a moment ago. Place your hands behind you, hold onto your chair. Straighten your right leg out in front of you. And notice if you can get your foot higher than your other knee. If that's going well, turn your right toes out to the right. And then bend your knee. Try to place your right ankle on top of your left knee. Ooh. Straighten your leg. Turn the toes up. Lower your right foot. Straighten your left leg. Try to get the toes higher than your right knee. Turn the toes out. Bend the knee, pull it in. Ooh, figure four, seated. Straighten the leg, keep the toes pointing out. Turn the toes up. Place the foot down. All right, let's do that a couple more times. Right leg is straight. Lift it as high as you can. Turn the toes out. Bend the knee. Plant it right on top of the left knee. Sit up tall this time. Get the stretch at the top. And then see if you can keep sitting up tall as you re-extend the right leg. Turn the toes up. Place the foot down. Left side, left leg straightens. Turn the toes out. Bend the knee. Ankle goes right on top of the right knee. Sit up tall at the top this time. Take a breath. Inhale, straighten your leg. Turn the toes up. Exhale, place your foot down. One more time each side. This time I'll add the breath cues. Before, hopefully you were breathing, just breathing with what felt natural. This time, try to breathe with the movement. See if it can support the part that feels effortful. Inhale, straighten your leg, right leg. Exhale, turn the toes out, bend the knee and place your ankle on top of your left knee. Inhale to sit up tall. Exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale, toes up. Exhale, foot down. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, turn the toes out. Place the left ankle on top of the right knee. Inhale to sit up tall. Exhale, straighten your leg. Turn the toes up. Place your foot down. Okay. Take a moment. Settle yourself. Take a breath, whatever you need. Grab some water. That was pretty much the majority of our warm-up. But now, we're going to do something that I don't think we've done in chair yoga before. Not with me. Not here. We're going to stand up. Dun, 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 dun. All right, grab your block. Take it with you. The reason we want the block for this part is because we can use it to stabilize the legs the same way we did when we were seated. So take the block in between your thighs. I like the skinny setting when I'm standing. Skinny or medium though, so lower medium setting. Point all of your toes forward and look down at your toes. Now, if you see me standing in front of the chair, right? As we do this, we're going to challenge our balance. So if you know that balance for you is like, okay, I've been a little lax on my balance, haven't practiced too much. Take a step over to the side of your chair so that you have something to help you balance. You can even stand behind it. I won't stand behind mine so that you can see me clearly. It's also why I'm standing up here. So if your chair is here, it's your balance tether so that you don't fall, but it's also not there just for you to lean on it. So if you don't need your chair right now, don't use it. Just squeeze your block, point your toes forward. And now we'll try things where your chair might come into being helpful and useful. Start by lifting all of your toes. You might find that that plays with your balance a little bit. Touch your chair, make sure you're stable. With all the toes lifted, you might find that you can feel this bony part of your foot where the toes connect to the rest of your foot on the ground. If you feel that, just try to spread your toes a little wider and see if you can get that part of your foot to really touch the ground as wide as possible. So spread it out over as much surface as possible. And now just relax your toes back down. Squeeze your block with your thighs or your book. And as you squeeze your block, I want you to slowly try to lift your heels up. This is where your chair might really be helpful. So start with the hand on the chair. You can even stand behind the chair for this. Both hands on the chair like this. And then when you lift your heels up, you're going to come up onto your toes. So watch my feet. All you're doing, you're trying to do it with control, where you don't just pulse, but instead you just peel your heels up. See how high you can get. Get as high as possible. Imagine you want to put the top of your head on the ceiling. Bam. Squeeze your block and then try to make your way back down with control. A lot of work on the feet, but let's get into it. Press yourself up. Use your chair if you need to for balance. Oh, yes, good job. Exhale, slowly lower your heels. Adding your breath. Inhale, slowly lift the heels up. Rise up onto the toes. Exhale, slowly lower the heels down. Nice job. 2 more. Inhale, lift the heels up. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, slow lower. Oh, great job. Place your block out in front of you, off to the side, out of your way, and just shake your feet out. If the calves and ankles are feeling a little like spicy and tender and warmed up, that would be, I think we're in good shape if that's the case. And now, let's make it a little more interesting. For standing poses, a chair can be used to really stabilize what we're trying to do, so it makes it safe, but it also gives us the ability to find engagement with this support under us, so that eventually we might not need this support as much as we start off needing it. So start with both hands on the chair. Know that you might not stay here. Point all your toes forward. Take a big step back with your left foot. Big is relative to how long your legs are, how much space you have. So when I say big, and how your legs and hips feel. So when I say big, I mean big for you. So take a big step where you're like, oh, like that step I took, I'm like, oh, took a nice step back. I'm like in a lunge now. And that's where you want to be. You want to be in a lunge. Now, the back heel could stay lifted if that feels good. We did warm up the feet. If it feels better, lower the back heel down, but keep the hips facing forward. So bend your front knee, turn your hips forward. I think back heel lifted can actually build some strength in the foot and give you more opening in the hip sometimes though, so try it. Bend your right knee. Let this knee be bent until the knee is right over your ankle. So if you see, I'm still using my chair. I'm still kind of leaning into my chair, but my legs are starting to take more of the weight. As I want more, I'll come up to my fingertips on my chair, lift my chest a little higher, and notice my legs now take more of the weight. I don't really have much pressure on the chair. Maybe you lift one arm up and just use your chair for balance. If the left arm is lifted, draw your belly in, maybe look up at your hand. And now slowly bring your hand back down to the chair. Straighten your right leg. And now just fold your head towards your chair. You might not have to go that far. This is just a little pyramid stretch. The back heel can come down, especially for this one. And as you fold your head towards the chair, you might even step your back foot in, because you'll get a nice amount of stretch on the back of your right hamstring. So this hamstring should be feeling it right now. Maybe your forehead comes all the way to the chair, and you can take your right thumb and push your right hip crease back. However you hold onto your chair, make it make sense to you. Maybe your hands are here, maybe they're here. Do something, use your props in a way that they make sense for your practice. Your body's different from mine. Your practice is different. Allow that to be expressed in how you support yourself. No wrong way to do that. Walk your way back up. Rebend your right knee. Step your left foot forward. Ooh, yes. I'm feeling that. Are y'all feeling that? I hope so. Okay. Hold your chair. Big step back with the right foot. Bend your left knee. Find your left ankle right under your left knee. Keep the right leg straight as you either keep the heel lifted, or if you decide to spin it down, make sure you keep the leg straight. Now, once you're in your lunge, draw your belly in, start to take weight off your hands as you lift your chest. Once you feel this back hip stretching and this front leg working, then you get to decide, how much balance do I want to play with? Do I want to lift my right arm? Do I want to look up, go a little further? And these are all just options. Maybe the front side, you're like, oh, the first side, you're like, yeah, I want to play with that. Maybe this side, you're like, that doesn't feel like a good idea. I feel a little wobbly. Let me hold onto my chair, make sure I don't fall. And that's okay. Build the strength. Breathe in deep, reach up. Exhale, plant your hand. Spin your back heel down and straighten your left leg. Pressing the left hip back will lengthen the hamstring more to get you more stretch. So as you press this hip back, even using your left thumb, fold over your left leg towards your chair. Beautiful. And again, hands go wherever you need them so that you're supported. Rebend your left knee. Walk your hands up your chair. Take a step forward. Ooh, yes. Hopefully that leaves you feeling as good and juicy as I feel right now. I forgot to mention to grab a blanket at the beginning of class, but if you've taken my class before, you should know that a blanket is almost always helpful and almost always gonna eventually get called out for some sort of cool down or restorative. So we're gonna take a seat back down in our chair. We'll make our way into our restorative section of class. Place your blanket right in front of your chair so that you can place one knee down as you turn your body to the left. Your right knee will go down on the blanket and the left foot will be in front of you. Now, here's the part where, like, based on the height of your chair, this could work differently. So you stack enough blankets that your knee is supported. Or if you got a higher chair, get smart. You can put a block down under your knee and then put your blanket on top of your block. Put a book there, 2, 3 yoga mats, whatever you're gonna do. Find a way to make it so that your right knee is on a blanket towards the ground and your left hip is on the chair. So my left hip, sit bone on the chair, boom. Right knee on the blanket. The reason the blanket is helpful is because now I can take my right knee and just slide it back. And I'm kind of like in the similar lunge that I was a moment ago standing, but now I'm at the ground. So we can use this for more stretching. Take your left hand to your chair for support, and then literally draw your low belly in, draw your ribs in, press your hips forward. Ooh, yes. And then once you get that, you might lift your right arm. You might give a little lean back. You might even press, if you point your right toes and press your shin down, you might get a little bit more on the front of your right hip flexor stretching. So whatever you need as far as intensity, this will be lowest. Everything is still drawn in. To get more, lift an arm. To get more, point a toe, press down through the shin. To get more, back bend. And for all of those options, of course, breathe. As you come to your next exhale, lower your hands, turn your hips back forward, roll all the way over to the other side until the left knee drops right down to the blanket. So you just swap sides nice and easy. Same options. Start with the toe tucked. Start with the belly and ribs drawn in, and then eventually you can untuck the toe, press the shin down, back bend, slide the knee back. All these things that help you get more stretch in your hip flexor. So you take whatever variations make sense for you, draw your belly in, and hold your chair with the right hand as you lift your left arm up possibly. You can really press the left shin down into the floor, into your blanket, to feel this on your left hip. One more breath in, all the way. And let it go. Coming on out, lowering your arm, and turning back through center. Now, just like I said at the beginning of class, everything we do physically, all the physical movement is informed by the energetic movement of our breath. So before we close and get back into our Shavasana, and even do our last couple cool down stretches, I really want you to think about like leaning into your exhale. If you ever notice, if you've ever been really nervous about something and then found out you didn't have to do it, what do? We go, ah, that deep sigh, that exhale of relief, that sigh of relief or exhale of relief. That's something that we can do on purpose throughout our day when we need relief from stress, relief from our to-do list, relief from thoughts that are plaguing our mind, anything that you need relief from. So even if it's relief from the healthy stress you just put on your body from doing a lunge, holding yoga postures for a certain amount of time, breathing deeply, like that type of healthy stress can still benefit from this release. So as we do this next part, I really, really, really want you to focus on deep breath in, and then as you exhale, let it all the way go. Cross your right knee over your left knee. You're right. You heard me. You heard me perfectly. Knee over knee. So not ankle. Knee over knee. If you get here and you want to, you can always wrap your right foot behind your left ankle as well. Not really necessary for this, what we're gonna do is sit up tall, take a deep breath in, and lift the right arm. The left arm, excuse me. Exhale, twist to the right, and lower the left arm on the outside of the right thigh. So as you can see, my left arm is just resting on my thigh. I'm just using it there to help me look over my back shoulder and twist. I'm not really pushing hard. I'm just using it as an anchor so that I can keep looking over my shoulder each time I exhale a little bit more, releasing a little bit deeper into the twist. Follow your exhale all the way out of your lungs. And use an inhale to slowly unwind, turning your chest and head forward, and then uncrossing your legs. Same thing on the other side. Use the exhale to deepen into the twist. The inhale finds space so that you can navigate even further. Cross your left knee over your right knee. Again, option to wrap, not necessary. Inhale, lift your right arm. Exhale, twist to your left, lower your right arm outside your left thigh. And you can hold the back of your chair just for stability, but again, try not to pull and wrench yourself into the twist. Just try to lift with your breath on the inhale and twist with your breath on the exhale. A couple more times, just like that, lifting and twisting. Inhale to unwind. Uncross your legs. Take a seat back in your chair. Let your eyes start to soften. Let your palms just rest in your lap. You can let your feet rest together, apart. Find a comfortable position in your chair, where your chair is supporting you. Release the effort of your breath, the effort of your body and posture. And even release the effort of your mind for the next few moments. We talk about the breath informing all the physical movement, but how does the breath inform physical stillness? In a similar way. As you allow your breath to be still, allow it to not need to be any type of way or fit any specific cadence or rhythm, you might find that the mind will join it in that stillness. So for the next few moments, can you close your eyes, relax your body, relax your breath, and experience what a still mind brings to your day. You're welcome to stay here longer. You're even welcome to change positions and lie down if you'd like to. But if you're ready to move on with your day, gently wiggle fingers and toes as you make your way back to sit up comfortably. And as you sit up, you can join your hands together at your heart center. Find this gesture known as Anjali Mudra, a gesture of offering. As we make this gesture, we offer our practice to ourselves, to one another, and to our entire community. Let's seal our practice and our time together with one breath together. Inhale deeply. And exhale completely. I appreciate each of you for sharing your time, energy, and practice. Namaste. Well, hopefully you all enjoyed this one. I know this is a little more challenging, so give me some feedback if you like the challenge and if it feels like, you can do more, because I am here for it. I'm here for you all to progress. I'm here to hopefully be able to guide and support you along that journey of progression. So as you have questions, comments, or even just like simple feedback for me, I always appreciate it, and I appreciate you being here. Peace. Until next time.